see what's inside the box. Disgusting.
McDonald's is an American institution and a top 5 company that people list when they think of the most omnipresent companies in North America, and really the world, next to Starbucks, Subway, and that sketchy taco truck that every city seems to have.
I always eat 1 Big Mac, 2 on Tuesdays, 1 on Wednesdays.
If you've seen the movie The Founder, you'll know that McDonald's came around at the perfect time.
2 on Thursdays, 1 or 2 on Friday, and 2 every Saturday.
That time was during America's infatuation with hamburgers and laissez-faire attitude towards the food they ingested and health in general, to the point that if you traveled back in time to the 1950s to go for a jog, you'd end up getting tackled because the assumption would be that you had to be running away from something. These days, people are a lot more conscious of what they put into their bodies, and so we went to Reddit to find out the top 10 McDonald's items that people on Reddit say you should never order.
How do you do it? What's your secret? You're a man of few words. I like that.
McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Let's try one.
All right, I'm a barbecue man myself. What about you?
Sweet and sour.
Uh-huh.
According to Reddit user Rich88, the only time you should ask for chicken McNuggets is when you know they're fresh. Otherwise, you'll end up getting some nuggets that have been sitting under that heating lamp for a fair amount of time. The question is, how do you discern the best times to be guaranteed fresh nuggets? That's hard to say. You'd think that going during a busy time would be the best, as the workers have to be going through nuggets like crazy. However, that's actually pretty hit and miss. According to Rich88, when the timer goes off to dictate when you should throw away food that's been sitting too long, most employees, at least at the McDonald's he worked at, just reset the timer.
Hey Siri, set timer for 14 minutes.
Okay, 14 minutes and counting.
The actual best way to know is by holding out until you see cars parked waiting for their food, which means that the workers are making a fresh batch of nuggets, which takes time, hence the parked cars. Otherwise, it's really quite the crapshoot, which is always a great frame of mind when you're going into mass-produced chicken products. Liking this list so far? Show us some love by clicking that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell. Now, let's continue with this list of Mickey D's no-nos. McDonald's McCafe.
Wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso.
Reddit user Envirometh was a current employee at the time of his breakdown, past tense. We're sure that McDonald's tracked him down and ended his career because, like Baskin-Robbins, McDonald's always finds out.
This is horrible. It tastes like cat litter.
I think it tastes delicious.
According to Envirometh, he never lets anyone that he cares about order anything out of the McCafe machine, as they are routinely neglected. That means that they aren't cleaned, something that runs contrary to the idea of McCafe, which was launched and branded as the high-end version of McDonald's coffee. Of the machines, Envirometh says, there is a compartment that catches the coffee or espresso grounds, and when you take it out, there's a hole that gives you access to the inside of the machine. Very dark, can't be taken apart without someone specialized coming in, and normally needs special brushes to be cleaned. I've been to a couple different McDonald's and have never seen anyone have the proper ones. A couple of times I stuck my hand in the machine to pull out a literal fistful of black soot to show the managers that it's not in proper condition and nothing has come of it. The insides are caked with it, the lines where the product comes out as well.
Can you take half of the regular version of the coffee and mix it with half of the decaffeinated version?
McDonald's smoothies.
With McCafe, any moment can be a moment of delicious wonder.
It turns out that Envirometh was a fountain of information, as he also discussed the smoothie machines that he's been witness to, and while those are apparently cleaned more often, it's the way that they're cleaned that raises an issue, or 10. He claims in his post that people at the restaurant that he worked at would clean the smoothie machine with glass cleaner, meaning that you're getting a side of Windex with your strawberry smoothie. It might just be because he was afraid of backlash, but Envirometh claims that he attempts to dissuade customers from ordering smoothies by saying that the machine is down for routine maintenance, which isn't that big of a deal because he works nights. Or we should say, used to work nights, as like we said in the entry above, McDonald's always finds out. Unless you're using glass cleaner to clean a machine that serves smoothies, of course.
Heck yeah.
That's me. Ah! Mother of pearl! That is hot! Woo!
McDonald's Decaf coffee.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
If you're the type of person that loves the bitter taste of coffee but can't handle the caffeine for any number of reasons, you might want to skip ordering decaf at McDonald's or any fast food restaurant. According to Reddit user Fishky Buns, our coffee has to be made on certain times. It can't be too old. However, not many people order decaf, so we don't make it too often during the slower hours. Our busy times are early and later morning.
That's what they serve you, sitting out all day. Fresh.
Afternoon, evening, and night is what I'm talking about. So if you order it drive-thru and there isn't any, you'll likely get regular. So that explains why you got all jittery from the last cup of decaf you got. But then again, it sort of serves you right, as coffee only exists as a vessel for caffeine. So what are you doing? McDonald's hot dogs.
I think when it comes to hot dogs, the best policy is don't ask, don't tell.
McDonald's made a huge deal out of their new hot dogs about a year ago, and while some people scoffed at the idea of buying a fast food hot dog, something about that just seems off.
The Dirty Water dog is the zenith of all hot dogs. It's as good as it gets.
A lot of people were excited that they'd be able to kill themselves faster by ordering a hot dog alongside their hamburgers. According to Reddit user Freaky Cheese Man, whose name really holds up, you shouldn't have been ordering those hot dogs. Of those dogs, he said, do not buy the hot dogs. They made it out of the package, okay, and might have even been edible after we finished grilling them, and then they went into the water. We kept 3 pans of water at the back of the grill that held the hot dogs. Any hot dogs left at the end of the day went back into the fridge and came out again the next day.
Hey, Panini Head, are you listening to me?
Yes.
You're gonna kill someone. I'm eating here.
Me and the other cooks put our feet down on throwing out the water and old hot dogs after 2 full days, but the management didn't want to let us.
You, you're cool. And you, I'm out.
The McDonald's secret menu.
I already know I'm gonna hate this. I hate onions.
Oh my god, this is great.
Hold on, I didn't try it.
Try it.
Anyone who has spent time online will have, at some point, come across the rumor that McDonald's and other fast food places have secret menus that contain special, magical foodstuffs. That's not just some random 4chan or dark web theory.
No, this is amazing. Oh my god.
Legitimate sites like the Huffington Post have posted articles declaratively stating that McDonald's does indeed have a secret menu, and they've posted articles stating which items you can get from those menus. The best example they list is the Air, Sea, and Land Burger.
So this looks like the Land, Sea, and Air Burger.
A burger that contains the patty of a Filet-O-Fish, McChicken, and regular burger. While it sounds disgusting, the real problem is that chickens can't actually fly. Oh, and that ordering something like that really tees off fast food workers. According to Reddit user Sutuanjo, apparently when customers order secret menu items, every employee in the restaurant hates you.
Have you ever heard the expression, the customer is always right? Yeah.
So unless you were looking for a side of spit with your secret menu items, you're probably better off not ordering these monstrosities. The McDonald's Filet-O-Fish.
Thanks, Phil. What was your dad's favorite, too?
While you'd think that the biggest iffy item on any fast food menu might be 2-day-old hot dogs, it turns out that the worst thing you can order in terms of your overall health is anything fish-related.
Give me back that Filet-O-Fish. Give me that fish.
When it comes to McDonald's, that means their legendary Filet-O-Fish, a sandwich that is basically breaded fish, tartar sauce, like 3 shards of lettuce, and a bun.
Not mixed with other fish, it's a fillet of fish. The best-selling fish sandwich in America.
According to Reddit user Recede, we had to make them at 11 when lunch started and had the same ones in the tray until the elderly people came to get their supper at 3 p.m. Never order them. That wasn't just the warning of one employee either, as Reddit user Phillips Syndrome also commented that when it comes to the Filet-O-Fish, I would never trust anyone cooking any fish. McDonald's milkshakes.
What do you think?
I think I'm drinking a delicious vanilla milkshake.
Most of the entries on this list have to do with either general disgustingness, the chance that you'll end up with spit in your food, or food that is just stale.
2 words, powdered milkshake. I'm telling you, I came
Across a remarkable product called Instamix.
This entry is different in that it could actually kill you. That is, if you have any serious allergies to fruit. According to a Reddit user, we do not clean the mixer very well, and it's used for smoothies and milkshakes. Like, we're told to just half-ass it. In the training video, it's beeping ridiculous. That means that your vanilla shake has some remnants of the smoothie that was running through the machine previously. And if you've paid attention to this list, you'll know that that also means you're getting some glass glass cleaner in there as well.
Ray, we have no interest in a milkshake that contains no milk. Why don't we add sawdust to the hamburgers while we're at it?
While that sounds like the recipe to a flaming Homer, it could actually end up meaning a flaming intestine. So it's best if you steer clear of shakes. And yes, that includes the Shamrock Shake, unfortunately.
I had a Shamrock Shake.
I hate you.
And I got one for you, too.
I love you.
The McDonald's McRib. It's the McRib. End of entry. Actually, there's a lot more to it, and while it's not that surprising, it's still disgusting enough for this entry to nearly top the list. The McRib has built a cult-like following and a mythical aura as it seems to come and go randomly every couple of years. It turns out that it's not that random, as the ironically named Dr. Drunk points out on Reddit, stating, "You ever notice that the McRib coming back isn't on any set schedule? It is directly tied to pork production over the year. If pork is having a booming year, expect to see it come back a few times. In lacking years, maybe it will be once. They save all the pork byproducts, and when there is enough to fulfill a McRib's order, they sell it." That means that McDonald's really is only bringing back the McRib when they can maximize their profits on the sandwich. A sandwich named a McRib despite having no ribs, ruined by a doctor who is also an alcoholic. Welcome to the internet. The ice machines.
This is the day our lives change forever.
Typically, when people order Pops without ice, it means that they have issues with their teeth and the cold temperature hurts them. Or it means that they want to mix liquor in with their Diet Coke.
The ice cream machine is not broken. Hi there, which of your pizzas?
However, after watching this video, you'll probably want to join that group of people who clearly have their stuff together, as multiple McDonald's employees, and fast food workers in general, state that the most disgusting part of their restaurants are, in fact, the ice machines. Reddit user Hardshell1919 said, "I've worked at 4 restaurants in my life, and lemons and ice are by far the most disgusting things you can get." Beyond that, Reddit user Little Bo Sheep also stated, "Even with regular cleaning, ice machines are disgusting. So get ready for your air, land, and sea burger and room temperature Sprite, the breakfast of champions." Before you go running out to get your own fast food burger, how about clicking that subscribe button and hitting that notification bell? And while you're here, why not check out one of our other videos?